Hello people, I am Jaby Koay, joined by Achara, KIRK.
What's up?
So recently, India banned 59 Chinese apps. Modi specifically banned a bunch of Chinese apps. Arnab Goswami is a news anchor, I guess you could say, I am familiar with.
Yes.
And I made a little joke. That's how familiar with him that I am. I made a little joke some time ago called "How many girlfriends does Jaby Koay have? The nation wants to know." Obviously, I'm also aware of Bizzo's mock character of Arnab Goswami.
Yes.
Anyway, there's this video here I was informed about from a friend of mine in India. Well, I'm hoping this is the right one because she sent me an Instagram link and I was like, I gotta find a YouTube video. This is called Center Blocks 59 Chinese Apps, Unprecedented Move Against China, Arnab Goswami's lead story. I was told he's very exuberant, he's very, you know.
He's got feelings and he's not afraid to show them.
He's got strong, happy feelings about this. It's a little bit extra though. I feel no way about Arnab Goswami, no direction. I'm very neutral about him. So whether you like him or dislike him is irrelevant, and as far as this is concerned, because I don't like or dislike him. I'm aware of him. Yeah, let's just watch the video and see what this is all about. This might get chopped up just to avoid any copyright issues, so just as a heads up.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. There is fantastic news on top of this week today. About half an hour back, I received the first call, and the call was simple. It said, Arnab, we have blocked 59 apps. And among those apps is TikTok. Viewers and fellow Indians, we really need to support what the government is doing now. The government of India, duly elected, is fighting on behalf of more than 130 crore Indians. More than 130 crore Indians.
Why is his face
when we
squished?
stand behind the government of India, believe me, viewers, nobody can challenge India anywhere on this planet on which we live. But we need to understand the straight, resolute reasons behind what the government is doing. Now, I think there are 6 reasons we need to look at.
Just looking at it.
The first is, and I'll use 6 words today. First word, symbolism. What a brilliant move in terms of symbolism. A signal we send to the whole world.
Yeah.
In one move, we wipe out 59 Chinese apps. A signal that we, the people of India, viewers, we, the people of India, not just the government democratically elected, but we, the people of India, standing behind the government, have the ability to hit China where it hurts. We, the people of India, we, the people of India.
Wow.
Reason 2, viewers.
Jesus
My second
Christ.
word I used tonight. Suddenness.
Suddenness.
The sheer suddenness of the move, the unexpected nature of the move, the unpredictability of the move, the fact that there was no warning to the Chinese. They don't know what hit them. Reason number 3, and this is Naya Bharat, viewers, the new India, the India which in 10 years is on its way to being a superpower. The reason number 3, viewers, we know our strength. Word number 3, viewers, phrase rather, the economic battle.
You're cheating there.
We, the people of India, not just our government, we are ready to fight the economic battle. And the 4th reason, viewers, phrase which I used tonight, is the global impact of this move. The best part of this is it will severely damage Chinese global interests. Each one of these apps represents a business, and businesses are linked.
It did.
And viewers, I believe the Chinese Communist Party controls most of these businesses. There's going to be a chain reaction, a domino effect. Global Times, publish if you have the courage what I'm telling you today. The 5th word, the word some people mocked when it started, when it was used by the Prime Minister, but which truly, if understood with clarity, is our future. Atmanirbharta, ladies and gentlemen. We have Indian options. Indian options.
That's true.
We have global options. We have Indian options, we have Korean options. We have Japanese options, we have Swadeshi options. But why do we need TikTok or Zoom for that matter? Zoom is not apparently
I've been saying it
right now, I'm told viewers.
I've been saying it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not. We'll have to find out why. Which takes me to reason number 6. And this now becomes a matter of personal, and national pride. My dear fellow countrymen, we have a lot of differences. We battle each other. We fight. We attack. We argue. We debate. That's what this show is about. But at the end of it, all of us, with all our myriad differences, add to the diversity of our nation. We are a nation. We are not just a market. We are a nation. We are not a market, and you cannot mint our market. Viewers, tell me whether you agree with the 6 simple points of reasoning on which I will debate today.
All right. So
Okay.
I want to say first and foremost that I am glad that India blocked those apps. I'm obviously making fun of him a little bit, but
Yeah.
like I'm actually glad because I am very, very much opposed to what the Chinese government has been doing. Well before the conflict that is going on right now, I have had a problem with the Chinese government in their handling, or their mishandling, I should say, of many things. Of course, amongst that being the virus that has hit the world in an unprecedented fashion and forced us to change everything. Yeah, he's just very extra in this video. Like, I mean, maybe that's how he always is.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like,
but-
is it just this video, or is he just that extra?
But it's important. It's important. Like he's doing all these gestures.
It's just with the one hand.
Well,
as
he also did this. He did this a lot, and he had 6 words. One of which was 5 words. 2 of which was 4
Word
words.
phrases. Yeah. I have 6 words. Actually, this is a phrase.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
But you know what was most startling for me watching that, and this is just that channel, and this not that channel alone. Like this is a very prevalent in America as well, on many channels, on both the left and the right, and it infuriates me.
Tell me.
Is just the animation,
Yes.
like the constant whoosh, with the whoosh whoosh. I'm like, calm down, channel.
My brain was like kind of on overload.
But like, this is not limited to Arnab Goswami's
No.
thing. Like CNN does this,
Yep.
Fox does this, NBC does this, and I think NBC is less offensive, but it's still there, where it's constantly doing all this stuff to keep your attention there.
Yeah, it's like very typical of that 24-hour news cycle type thing. Like there's always text running across the bottom. And for this one, I think the thing that was really bugging my brain the most was just like the colors swapping all the time, like the blue and the red and the blue. And I was just like,
Right. Well, the most offensive thing for me was up in the upper right-hand corner, constantly advertising Arnab Goswami over and over and over again with the fast editing and whatnot. I'm like, damn. Can we just can we just focus on this? The squished, incorrect aspect ratio of his face. Like, why did they do that? Why didn't they just crop it so that it's just his face, as opposed to making him like a Subway sandwich? You know what I mean? It was just kind of odd. The funniest thing is, I agree with the sentiment, the underlying sentiment of the video. It's not what you're saying, it's how you say it. And he's going so far. Swift! It's so swift and sudden. It's like, well, yeah, but could you calm down? It's like, I agree with so much of what he's saying. It's like, yeah, you take all of India and that's a lot of consumers. When you wipe out these apps, suddenly China realizes, oh shit, like that's a lot of revenue that we are now no longer getting. It's so big that a lot of news channels over here, and Lou from Unbox Therapy was talking about it as well. Like, this has made the rounds. Philip DeFranco, one of the news sources I watch on YouTube a lot, he talked about it too. Like, everyone talked about how India banned these apps.
well, yeah, I remember the day that came out, I looked at the stock markets and a bunch of like Chinese companies,
Yeah.
their stocks fell.
Yeah, I'm glad. Good to hear. I'm very happy to hear about that because I don't like what Winnie the Pooh's doing. It's that simple. There is a part of me that wishes that America would ban certain apps. Like, we don't allow Huawei into this country for some reason. Maybe it's because there's spyware in that phone.
Yeah,
right?
no, it is because there's
Well, no,
spyware in
I'm
the phone.
obviously, being a little bit facetious
Yeah.
there, but what I'm trying to say is, like, if we can ban certain phones, certain products, why can't we ban certain apps? Why does India get to do that and we don't? And I think that to a certain degree, there is a democratization of certain things. The government will go, hey, so maybe don't use Zoom because the Chinese are spying on you. And Americans are like, good deal. All right, so anyway, let's talk on Zoom again.
I love Zoom, yeah.
We warned you, I'm talking from the perspective of the American government, like, we warned you, don't use this. And then people go and use it anyway, for whatever reason, instead of just outright banning the app until they patch up the software so that the Chinese can't use it to spy on everybody. You know, Americans spy on everybody too. So
Yes.
I can only get so upset about that. The thing about it is the way the Chinese is expanding their military power by creating artificial islands into Asia, it's just like, just back off. And then the way that they run their food markets and are spreading diseases through the world, it's like, okay, can you like put that in check? Can you like work on that instead of like creating more problems? Anyway, yeah, I have a lot of issues with the Chinese government and I'm very outspoken about it. I don't care if I don't ever get to go to China because of it or to Hong Kong because of it. I have many issues there and it's just like, it just doesn't stop. Like they just don't stop and they just keep doing more problems. For those of you that don't know, and I've said this already, we were able to account for every single piece of space debris that is orbiting the Earth.
Right.
And then for whatever reason, Chinese government decided to smash 2 satellites together and now there is in excess of 20,000 pieces that we have a hard time keeping track of. And it's like, why did you? And so I'm just, you know, super annoyed. All that being said, this was extra. This was so extra in his performance. Like, dude, calm down.
I'm gonna say something, and this might be a little bit controversial, so I don't know if it's gonna stay in the edit or not. The way he was using his hands kind of
Hitler-y?
reminded me of Hitler.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
well, he did this at one point.
It's not just that specifically, but it's just that I know that when Hitler was gearing up to do speeches, he actually watched a lot of footage of other people who were doing speeches, and so he kind of incorporated that into his persona. And you can see, like, obviously Arnab Goswami is a great orator. Like, he knows how to speak, he knows how to rile you up, and he uses his voice and like goes up and down with his tone, and then he like creates more emphasis with the hand gestures.
He's charismatic.
Yeah, like he knows what he's doing. I'm not saying he's like Hitler, I'm just saying it kind of reminded me of.
Oh, I heard that you said he was basically Hitler.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Obviously that's not, I'm just making a joke. So he's very charismatic and he's very passionate and exuberant. And so he's emphasizing with his hands all his ideas, but there's a fine line between emphasizing with your hands like a president, because they always do the thumb like they're holding a piece of, like they're holding a little remote control in their hand, right? If you look at Obama in his speeches, he's got a little remote in his hand.
Is there like a president class they take?
Well,
where
yeah,
they're like,
that's
this is how you do speeches.
Yeah, there was always like, well, they're emphasizing like this because it's more off-putting to point.
No
And so you don't point, you use your hand. It's like emphasis or
you can,
you
can do like Arnab where you do a palm.
But you can't do a fist either. That represents like some kind of rebelliousness. You can't do this. So you have to do this part open hand, part fist is the neutral point where you can place emphasis without it being offensive. You know?
Check out my remote control hand.
Yeah, but like I have a tendency to gesticulate quite a bit, and that comes from my Italian blood. There are certain peoples who like to gesticulate a lot.
Use their hands.
Use the hands.
Yeah.
But it almost felt like he was putting on a show.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've heard that there have been memes made about him and whatnot. Again, I'm in full agreement with what he's talking about. It's just the way he went about it was just extra. That's all.
Can totally see why Bizzo did like a parody of him. Like it totally makes sense. I mean, we've yet to see him do an interview because this is just him kind of monologuing. But it would be interesting to see him do an interview because in Bizzo's stuff, he's always like kind of abrasive and like kind of interrupts people and it's like putting them down or whatever. I don't have a frame of reference because I've never actually seen Arnab Goswami do that. But it'd be interesting to see what that's like.
Well, we need to see Achara watch an interview with him. We have to hear your opinions. The nation wants to know.
My opinions.
Yes, the nation wants to know.
Okay.